Rivalries run deep in the animal kingdom, where one wrong step can lead to ugly fights. From a warthog going against a leopard, to a crane fending off a tiger, and a hippo and rhino fighting it out. In this video, we're giving you a roundup of 12 times when wild animals messed with the wrong opponents and had to pay the price. Number 12. Hawk attacks wrong owl nest. With their sharp claws and eyesight, hawks are one of the most dangerous birds in the whole world, leaving all other avian creatures at their mercy most of the time. Redtail hawks in particular are always at odds with the great horned owl, who tend to take over their nesting sites. Which is what seems to be happening here, where a hawk suddenly attacks this horned owl trying to take over its nest. To stop the invasion, the hawk lunges at the owl, who manages to fend it off once. But the second time around, the hawk attacks with much more precision, throwing the poor owl off of the nest, reclaiming the territory. Number 11. Elephants bully drinking rhino. Rhinos usually have no natural predators, but despite their stamina and incredible strength, if an elephant decides to turn aggressive, not even the strongest of rhinos can protect themselves. In an unexpected moment, this friendly-looking elephant approaches a rhino and its baby as they drink water. In an instant, the elephant charges towards the two animals, trying to trample both of them, pushing them around violently with its large trunk. And while the elephant chases after them for a long time, the rhino soon managed to escape its grips and run away, but not without sustaining some serious injuries. Number 10. Leopard snatches wrong warthog baby. Generally, warthogs aren't aggressive animals, especially against apex predators such as leopards. But when threatened, warthogs won't think twice before going on the defense, no matter who they're up against. When this leopard comes out of nowhere and grabs a baby warthog, the mother decides to charge against it. In a moment of unexpected aggression, the mother warthog actually manages to flip the leopard in the air, trying to rescue its baby. However, at the end of the day, the poor warthog is no match for the leopard that manages to climb a tree and devour the baby as the mother warthog flees the scene. Number 9. Kangaroo drowns curious dog. Kangaroos are some of the friendliest animals out in the wild, that is, until they feel threatened. Dogs, on the other hand, have a reputation for chasing kangaroos and attacking them, which is why these two animals are often at odds with each other. This kangaroo is enjoying a moment of peace inside a small pond of water, but the moment is soon disturbed when two dogs start circling the pouched animal, waiting for a chance to attack. However, when one of the dogs approaches the kangaroo, the animal uses all its force to push the canine underwater, trying to drown it. This scares off the other dog as well, who decides to make a run for it just in time. Number 8. Chimp family flips raccoon. Chimpanzees might look cute, but in reality, they are some of the most aggressive primates that exist. In fact, when caught in the wrong mood, chimpanzees will feast on just about any animal, ripping it apart limb from limb. And that's exactly what was about to happen with this raccoon that found itself in the middle of a community of blood-hungry chimps. One of the chimps actually hurls the raccoon into the air with full force, almost killing it. However, the little mammal puts up a strong fight, trying to escape through a small hole. But of course, one of the chimps manages to catch it just in the nick of time. Number 7. Chicken messes with the wrong horse. To humans, chickens and roosters are the tamest of all birds. But out in the wild, roosters are the lions of the bird kingdom, never backing down from a fight. In fact, this rooster right here decides to take on an animal much larger than itself with all the confidence in the world, and for good reason. Despite the fact that the horse could have easily trampled it, the rooster keeps bugging the large animal, pulling at its limbs until it finally gives up and actually recedes in front of the bird. Number 6. Crane scares off 2 tigers. With their large size and broad wings, when it comes to birds, cranes are extremely fearless, especially when they have to defend themselves. Usually, the sight of 2 hungry lions would be enough to scare any bird away. But this red-crowned crane wasn't afraid to go head-to-head with these 2 wild cats, using its strong wings to keep the tigers at bay. While in any other situation, the 2 tigers could have easily grabbed the bird in their jaws, this crane keeps the battle going for quite a while before it was finally rescued by zookeepers, sustaining minimal injuries. In fact, by the end of it, the tigers were evidently scared of what this crane was capable of. Number 5. Hyena annoys wrong donkey. Donkeys have a bad reputation for being the least intelligent of all wild animals. But what most people don't know is that donkeys are extremely stubborn and territorial, to the point where they're ready to fight off any threats to their safety. Usually, you wouldn't expect a donkey to be any match for a hyena, but this donkey uses its jaws to grab an annoying hyena that had been biting its tail, refusing to let go. Within seconds, the wild hyena starts screaming in pain, but the donkey pays no attention and continues to unleash its hidden fury, almost ripping the hyena's ear off in the process. Number 4. Hippo messes with the wrong rhino. Hippos and rhinos both have terrible tempers and are extremely territorial. So whenever these 2 species come face to face with each other, it's bound to be violent. But despite being the world's deadliest land mammal, this hippo was no match for a patient rhino who had had enough of the other animal's antics. The hippo keeps annoying the rhino, poking it here and there, trying to get a rise out of it, before the rhino finally charges at the animal with full speed, using his pointed horn to injure the mammal wherever it can. In doing so, the rhino manages to scare the overconfident hippo away, teaching it the lesson of a lifetime. Number 3. Wildebeest hooks lion by its leg. Wildebeests usually run the other way when they see lions approaching. Now, because these animals are so slow, lions usually like to prey on them more than any other animal. Which is what could have happened here if the wildebeest hadn't decided to take charge and fight off not 1, but 2 hungry lions. The wildebeest did all it could to shake the lions off, but nothing seemed to be working. The final blow came when the wildebeest used its hook and jammed it into a lion's leg, despite being overwhelmed by the attack. This took the lions by surprise, giving the wildebeest enough time to knock the both of them out one by one and then run away from the scene as the lions accepted their unexpected defeat. Number 2. Python loses to lucky honey badger. Pythons might not be venomous, but once they decide to wrap themselves around their prey, there is absolutely no escaping death. Despite the fact that a honey badger can take on much larger predators such as lions and hyenas, it's still no match in front of a python trying to squeeze its life out. In an all-natural wrestling match, this python almost has the honey badger down when, luckily for the mammal, a pair of jackals decide to take part in the fight. The 3 animals then proceed to kill the snake, even playing around with it for a few seconds, putting an end to the battle. If it wasn't for the jackals attacking the snake and fending it off, the honey badger would have easily been dead within minutes. Number 1. Wildebeest outsmarts hungry crocodile. Wildebeests aren't the strongest of animals, but they sure are smart, especially in the face of danger. Crocodiles usually tend to feed on wildebeest because they are easy to prey on, but there are always exceptions to every case. When this crocodile sneaks up on a wildebeest bathing in the water, it seems like the chance for the poor animal to escape is long gone. With its tail between the crocodile's jaws, the wildebeest knows what lies ahead. But even then, the mammal puts up a strong fight, refusing to go under. After what looks like the most dangerous game of tug-of-war, the wildebeest finally manages to catch the crocodile by surprise, freeing its tail with a sudden jerk and running away to find shelter on land. Alright, comment down below which of these animals you think should have picked a better opponent. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Wildly for more. See you in the next one.